Part 2. You will hear a guide at an open-air museum called Westwood Heritage Park talking to a group of visitors. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 14. Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 14.
Good morning, everyone, and a warm welcome to Westwood Heritage Park. My name is Alice, and I'll be your main guide for this morning's introductory tour. I'll give you a bit of history about the site before we head out to explore the grounds. The Heritage Park is quite unique because it isn't just one single estate. It's actually a collection of historical buildings from all over the region that were dismantled brick by brick and rebuilt here to save them from demolition. The project started in the 1970s, and we now have over 30 buildings, ranging from a blacksmith's forge to a Victorian classroom. We didn't want to just focus on wealthy aristocrats or famous politicians. Instead, our goal is to accurately reflect the daily routines of regular working class folks. One of the main changes we've made recently concerns how you experience the park. Previously, we relied on static mannequins inside the houses to show what people wore. However, honestly, they felt a bit creepy and lifeless. So, as of last month, we've hired a dedicated team of theatrical staff. They dress in authentic costumes and perform traditional tasks. You might see the baker making real bread or the blacksmith working at his fire. Please do talk to them. They stay in character and love to answer questions about their lives in the 19th century. I see we have quite a few families with us. We have introduced a new activity specifically for the younger visitors. We used to just hand out colouring sheets, but now they can pick up a special logbook at the entrance desk. As the children visit different buildings, they can gather unique ink stamps from the characters they interact with. It keeps them incredibly engaged, and they get a small certificate at the end. A quick note on safety and rules. Because this is a working historical farm, we have free-roaming livestock like chickens and geese. They are generally very friendly, and you might be tempted to pet them, which is absolutely fine, provided you approach slowly. However, please refrain from offering them any of your own snacks. Our animals are on specific diets, and human food like sandwiches or crisps can make them quite ill.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 15 to 20. Now listen and answer questions 15 to 20.
Now, let me orientate you with the layout of the park. We are currently standing at the main entrance. If you look at your map, the first building you'll see directly opposite the entrance is the Old Schoolhouse. This is one of our most popular attractions. Inside, you can sit at the original wooden desks and even try writing with ink and a quill. It's a great photo opportunity. To the left of the schoolhouse, there's a large, round building. That is the Watermill. It was originally located by the river in the next valley. It is fully operational, and we run demonstrations of flour milling twice a day at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. You can actually buy a bag of the freshly ground flour to take home. Behind the Watermill, you will see a long, low building with a brick chimney. That is the Pottery Workshop. This is a very hands-on area. Unlike the other exhibits where you just watch, here you can roll up your sleeves and try making a clay bowl yourself. It's very messy, but great fun. On the right-hand side of the path, directly opposite the Pottery Workshop, is the Village Inn. Now, don't worry, it doesn't serve ale anymore. It has been fully converted into our tea room. It serves hot lunches and traditional cream teas. It can get very busy around 1 p.m, so I'd advise going a bit earlier if you want a table. Further down the main path, near the woods, you'll find the Herbal Garden. This is a quiet, walled area. In the past, this is where the local doctor would have grown plants for medicines. Today, it's a lovely sensory space filled with aromatic plants like lavender and rosemary. Finally, right at the very end of the main track is the barn. It's the largest building on the site. We use this vast space to display our collection of vintage carriages and horse-drawn carts. It's quite dark inside to protect the antique wood from the sun, but it's fascinating to see how people travelled before cars. Right, if everyone is ready, let's head towards the schoolhouse.
That is the end of Part 2. You now have half a minute to check your answers to Part 2.